Right, hello my friends. Those are my actual bank details on that billboard behind us. And they're also on 9 other billboards all around the country.
You see, today we're conducting a series of experiments to see what's the most and least honest cities in Britain.
Each city has its own bank account loaded with £1,000, and we're going to see which one of them steals it first. Now, while the United Kingdom has its way with that, it's time to move on to our second experiment. Because we've also left a bicycle, just like this one, unattended to in the centre of each of these cities, and we're going to time how long they take to get stolen. Now, my friends, we are in London, so this won't last 2 seconds, and we've also got live footage of the 9 other bikes to see which one gets pinched first.
He's got a bike. Oh, whoa! Oh. What's going on?
It's been 6 minutes, Cardiff. Now, my friends, the reason why we're doing all of this is to settle an age-old debate. You see, for those of you outside of the UK, there is a huge divide that separates the British Isles, and that is the North versus the South. You see, the North is considered the poorer of the two, but generally more friendly, whereas the South is seen as richer, but rude and unwelcoming. Anyway, today we're out to prove once and for all which one of them's better.
Go on, steal that bike.
With that hat on, are you mad? Oh. He's done that before. Now, after the initial first 2, nobody seemed to be showing too much interest in our bikes, so we got settled in for the afternoon.
Plain none.
Until...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Shh, shh.
It's gone. What's the time? What's the time? 37 minutes.
37
and it's
minutes.
gone. It's just gone.
He kicked the chain off.
Oh, he's still there. Now you lot, welcome to our honesty leaderboard, our robbery rankings if you will, where cities will retrieve points depending on how long their bike lasted without being stolen. As you can see here, these dirty southerners have taken up the bottom 3 spots. These lot all didn't last the hour before pedalling away with our possessions. Liverpool and Leeds weren't far behind, they both stole our bike before the 2-hour mark. Our bike in Southampton lasted 3 hours and 51 minutes, so they get 6 points. No extra awards for doing it one-handed. Manchester and Birmingham took up the next 2 spots. Birmingham actually has the 2nd highest crime rate in the country, so, you know, a decent shift by their admittedly low standards. Then, after nearly 14 hours, the bike in my glorious home... Well, who spelled it wrong? Hometown of Newcastle was stolen, meaning Glasgow takes the top spot. Now, the bike in Glasgow actually wasn't even stolen at all. It lasted the whole 24 hours. Well done to the Glaswegians. Now, let's see how my bank's getting on.
Not good. Some of the accounts are worryingly low, and our first transaction of the day was from London, who spent 9p on OnlyFans.
Whose fanny's worth 9p? Anyway, my friends, this is particularly concerning because none of the accounts we have on these billboards are with Revolut. So these billboards have been live for about 8 hours now, and the South are ploughing through me cash. Bristol, on the other hand, hasn't spent any, and Newcastle's letting the side down for the North because we've barely got any left there. All across the country, this money is going down fast, but you see, if these cards were with Revolut, I could stop this immediately by freezing my card within seconds in-app.
Liverpool just spent £135.
They are honestly my absolute favourite for anything financial. We genuinely use them for everything we do. And if you download Revolut using my link and use your card, they'll give you £20.
Birmingham, £200.
You can get up to 30% discount on brands like Adidas. You go abroad and like ATM withdrawals are free.
London just spent £400 on Roblox.
Yep, good. They also have a single-use card feature that lets you shop on websites that maybe you're new to or like not sure of. Because after the first time, if your card details get leaked, that card can never be used again. So as I say, my friends, download Revolut using my link in the description, use your card, and you'll get a £20 gift. How are we getting on?
Not good.
All right, my friends, now it's time for a real test of character, and this has been entirely inspired by my favorite YouTuber of all time, Mark Rober. Now, in 2018, Mark dropped wallets all across America to see how many of them would get returned.
For starters, and this blew my mind, 2/3 of the wallets were returned.
So, like Mark, we've dropped 10 of these bad boys in every city on our list. And inside these wallets, we put a fake ID, a fiver, and a bunch of Vietnamese dong to make it look like there's loads of cash in there. We filled it out with a loyalty card and a business card from a cleaning company. There's also a bit of paper with a number on it that led directly to a phone when monitoring in the office. Then, to make it look as valuable as possible to like the actual owner, we put in a picture of a dog, my good dog Basil, and a baby scan that was dated from a few years ago. Just so, like, if you were the person that found the wallet, you'd be thinking, this is something I should be returning. We then dropped them in loads of different random locations within our cities to see what they would do with them. Mikey, out of the 100 wallets we dropped across the UK, how many were returned?
75.
And if we compare that to Mark's video, so only 66% of Americans returned theirs, which means we are 9% more honest than them. Then, out of the 75 wallets that were returned, how many of them still had money in?
71.
That's not bad going. Gender-wise, it seemed a pretty even split.
It was indeed. 37 men returned wallets, 35 women returned wallets, but only 3 non-binary people returned wallets. So they're the ones you've got to look out for.
We then asked people why they felt the need to return the wallet.
We did, and the majority of people said they picked up the wallet because they thought it was the right thing to do, or they'd want someone else to do the same for them.
However, we did have a lovely caller from Southampton. He said he's 23 years sober and he remembers a time 15 years ago, he was at Notting Hill Carnival, and he was in a phone box and he found a wallet that had £60 in it. He took the cash and it made him slip up with his sobriety. He told the production team that the £5 is going to go a long, long way.
In the pub. Ow.
Interestingly, the majority of wallets were picked up within 5 minutes, which, if you compare it with the time it took to, pinch a bike, means the people of the UK are far quicker to do a good thing than they are to do a bad one. Anyway, into the nitty-gritty. The cities who returned the least wallets were Southampton, London and Birmingham. They returned 6 each and received 6 honesty points to their tally. They were then swiftly followed by Manchester and Glasgow with 7. Next up with 8 wallets returned each was Liverpool, Leeds and Newcastle. Liverpool, I'm told, weren't huge fans of our experiment. The majority of them refused to answer any questions and thought it was a waste of time.
Yeah, we have a quote from one of them now.
Bristol, a city with the worst crime rate out of all of them, then returned 9 wallets, only being beaten by Cardiff, who returned all of theirs. The results are in. As you can see behind us, every single account has been rinsed. London were the first to steal all of theirs. No surprise there. Manchester quickly followed suit 3 hours later, as did Newcastle.
Just for real?
Yes, they did. And what we've done is actually tracked every location's attempted spending. Despite there only being £1,000 available in the account, Newcastle tried to spend a whopping £50,000, hopefully to renovate the whole place.
Leeds and Glasgow emptied their accounts next, spending the money almost exclusively on ASOS and the PlayStation Store.
In 5th place, we have Birmingham, who only attempted to spend a measly £2,000.
Cheeky bastards, trying to buy a house. Liverpool and Southampton may be split by an entire country, but they can only be separated by 1 minute in our rankings. Cardiff continue to redeem themselves for their world record bike theft by taking the second longest amount of time to steal our money. Before finally, Bristol claimed top spot. However, it appears there's been a bit of a twist.
Why, yes, there has. We've looked through all the transactions, and it turns out that 3 of our locations used our card details to donate to charity.
Now, we truly did not expect this, and we thought it was really selfless, and because of this, we've decided to award Cardiff, Leeds and Manchester an additional 3 points. So my friends, these are our final results. Cardiff is the most honest city in the United Kingdom and London is the least. This also means on average the north of the UK is far superior to the south. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.